Are you a barbarian and stuck in World Tier 3? I'm going to show you how to get into World Tier 4 without watching any more of those useless videos. So a barbarian is all about his shouts, okay? You want to reduce the cooldown of your shouts. If you can spam your shouts, your barbarian's going to be godly. And I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to need this. Bold Chieftain's Aspect, okay? If you can't find it, you gotta grind, buddy. You gotta farm Hell Tides. You gotta target farm rings. You gotta use your obbles. You gotta gamble rings until you get this aspect. The Tree of Whispers. You gotta get the caches with the rings. Find this aspect. You also need Martial Glyph socket. And if you're a low level, this fits in the first Paragon skill board. After casting a shout skill, the active cooldown of every other shout skill is reduced by 1.2 seconds. You're going to need that. If you want to be a godly barbarian, you're going to need this Martial Glyph and this Bold Chieftain's Aspect on your ring. You also want CDR cooldown reduction on your amulet, and you want CDR cooldown reduction on your helm. Trust me, if you get this combination, you are going to reduce your shouts by at least, they're going to be on cooldown for like 12 seconds or less. I promise. You have all of this now. You have all the cooldown reduction for your shouts. Now you need to focus on the other side. Fury regen for your shouts, okay? You need Fury regen. The way you're going to do this is you want Aspect of Echoing Fury. You can get that from a dungeon. It's an aspect. It's going to be a low roll. Hopefully you find like a 3 or 4. And your shout skills generate 2 to 4 fury per second while active. So obviously, when these shouts are active, you're regenning 4 fury per second for each of them, okay? Why do you want this? Well, you want max fury all the time. You want to spam your shouts from the cooldown reduction, so they're always up. You're spamming, you're getting all your fury regen that way. You're going to want this, Aspect of Numbing Wrath. Each point of fury generated while at maximum fury grants Fortify. So, while you're at maximum fury, you're granted Fortify, you're going to be tanky. Why else do you need fury regen? Well, Edge Master's Aspect. Skills deal up to 10 to 20% increased damage based on your available primary resource. When cast, receiving the maximum benefit while you have the full primary resource. So, if you're Hammer of the Ancients, you got all this fury regen, you're full, you slam, you whack-a-mole, damn it, you whack them. And obviously, if you have max fury, you're going to do a shit ton of damage. You're going to want this, Aspect of Limitless Rage. Each point of fury you generate while at maximum fury grants your next core skill 1 to 2% increased damage up to 15 to 30% damage. You have your aspects here. What do I do with gear? Well, your amulet here, 15% fury cost reduction. We have the cooldown, and now we have the fury cost reduction. Your skills are going to cost less fury. Your other ring, 15.4% resource generation. You want that on both of your rings. This one's a low roll, 9.1, but hey, we'll take it. We also want fury cost reduction on our boots. This isn't necessary, but if you have all of this, you have the CDR on your war cries, you have all this fury stuff figured out. If you scroll down here, the Warbringer Paragon board, right over here, if this is what I currently have, you get Fury on Kill. There's 2 nodes here, and then this rare node right here. 2 Fury on Kill, and the other blue nodes here, and this also gives maximum Fury. It's pretty good for like Hammer of the Ancients, even Whirlwind Barbs as well. Some of this stuff is pretty necessary. Already went over this aspect of Numbing Wrath. Each point of Fury generated while at maximum Fury grants Fortify. Extremely good. This is probably the most important one. You gain 0.25 to 0.5% increased armor for 4 seconds while you deal any form of any damage, stacking up to 25 to 50%. Dude, this is massive. You need this. If you're going into Nightmare Dungeons on World Tier 4 and you're up in the like 30s, you're going to want this for increased armor. Like, this is how you survive. Now, you want Aspect of the Protector. Damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier absorbing X damage for 10 seconds. The effect can only happen once every 30 seconds. And it also pairs well with this aspect here. Deal 15 to 20% increased damage while you have a barrier active. So when you have a barrier active, you're doing more damage. And if you do use a basic attack, this is also nice as well. Basic skills grant 20% damage reduction for 2 to 6 seconds, which will help with survivability. So you have everything figured out, but you don't understand items and what you're looking for. Well, I'm going to show you. All you barbarians, the helmet, you want cooldown reduction on your helm. These stats are nice and all, but number one priority is cooldown reduction. Armor percent, strength is great. On your amulet, you want cooldown reduction on your amulet. Fury cost reduction on your amulet. This is defensive skills. My amulet's pretty good, but +3 defensive skills helps a lot. For your boots, you want Fury cost reduction. Movement speed abilities are super nice too. You can move really quick. For your rings, you want Fury generation, crit chance, crit damage, and vulnerable damage. If you can get these 4 on a ring, it is godly. You're going to struggle, but try, okay? Just try. For your chest, you want plus ranks to challenging shout and physical damage reduction. For your pants, plus ranks to war cry and physical damage reduction. For your weapons, you want to use swords for your slashing weapon and your offhands. Why do you want to use swords? Because they come with critical strike damage. Way better than axes, maces, you get the picture, spears. So you want this crit damage. It automatically comes with this. Now, your priority now would be critical strike damage on your weapon, vulnerable damage, core skill damage is really great. You could also do close enemy damage. Where is it? Right here. Damage to close enemies is super good. Critical strike damage. We have our vulnerable. Bleeding is fine. We could replace this with core damage, though, if you really wanted to. Here's a chest, for example. Look at this. I got +4 ranks challenging shout. I got +3 ranks rallying cry. Here's a rare two-handed ancestral weapon that I've been trying to roll. Look what I have here. I have vulnerable damage, core skill damage, damage to close enemies. Right now it has strength, but I'm trying to roll critical strike damage on this weapon. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comments in the video. I'll try to do as best as I can to help you and you barbs. Dude, we barb brothers, we gotta stick together, all right? All right. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too long, and hopefully you learned something. All right, until next time, peace.